Hey, World Entertainment, and we have now got our first official look at lanterns. It's a photo that really doesn't show us much. In fact, it doesn't even show them in their costumes, but we also get more information on what the show actually is and what way they're trying to do this. And it sounds actually a little concerning, to be honest with you. I know there's people they're hemming and hawing about the casting and stuff, but once you start hearing the ideas, what they want to do with this, it's starting to make you go, this is interesting. Now, we've heard about Clayface, that they're looking to do Clayface as a body horror movie, but so much in that vein that they don't basically want it to look and feel like a comic book movie. That's what their whole idea is, that they're saying, look, we need to do this so people who aren't into comic book movies can go and watch it and they'll enjoy it because it's a pure horror movie to them, where there'll be little Easter eggs here and there for comic book stuff. They seem to be saying the same type of thing with lanterns, and that's not what you want with something like this. Well, we'll have a look at it and you will see the image. James Gunn tweeted out the image and you'll see his tweet and you'll also see the actual main image as well. So this is saying anyway, work on lanterns is officially underway and we now have a first look at the DCU's Hal Jordan and John Stewart side by side. They're not in costume, but look closely and you'll see that Hal is wearing his Green Lantern power ring. John, meanwhile, may or may not have one on. It's hard to tell given the placement of his hand. Vanity Fair has also shared some intel on the series, revealing that the hero is approaching retirement and that John is the trainee being lined up to replace him. How much superhero action will we see on a TV budget? That remains to be seen, though it appears the idea is to explore who Hal and John are, both in and out of costume. So there's the first kind of worrying part when you're hearing, this is going to be let's have a deepful meaning type of story, which can work. Obviously it can work. It's just when it's a superhero thing, you don't really want the entire thing to focus on that. As for this part of the article saying what would we see on a TV budget, that's a stupid statement when we know what kind of money is being pumped into TV shows at this stage. And of course, this will be on Max and whatnot, so it'll probably have a hefty budget. I mean, Jesus, if the Acolyte cost $230 million, I think Lanterns is going to have a fairly decent budget. But the showrunner, Chris Mundy, told the site, and this is where you kind of go, So this is what he said. Our lanterns have the rings and all the power they bring, and other characters and aspects of the lore are going to show up or be name checked. But it's a series that explores who these guys are when they're on the job and when they're out of uniform. It's designed to be accessible for people who don't know the mythology, but hopefully really satisfying for people that know it backwards and forwards. We're not part of a large storytelling plan right now. Season 1 is designed to be its own complete season of television that hopefully will become many seasons of television. And then it says, it's a shame not to even get a glimpse of their respective Green Lantern Corps uniforms, though DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn has previously confirmed they'll be practical rather than visual effects. Now, let's dive into this a little bit, shall we? Because the whole idea here of, it's more designed to be its own thing and we're hoping to get more. That's them basically saying we're doing it as if it's a one-off. So you could almost say it's a limited series rather than it's already set for season 2 and 3 and stuff. If this is the case, then the story would probably wrap up for the end of the season. There'll probably be like some open-ended things to the point that it's the case of, okay, it's not getting a season 2, but we have a thread here that we can easily explore and explain in a movie. So not like a Green Lantern movie, any movie. The fact that they're talking about it's much more of a story that we want for people who don't know the comics and stuff for it to be accessible. You understand that, but at the same time, when it's something like Green Lanterns, the fact that this thing is set on Earth to start with, and it's meant to be like this buddy cop show, is kind of like, okay, I understand you want to bring as many eyes to the series as possible, but if you're taking characters like Green Lanterns, you gotta incorporate that stuff in there. You can't just solely focus on, well, we want to get more people rather than the actual hardcore fans. Again, I understand you want more people, but you have to cater to both sides. And them saying his thing is, it's designed to be accessible for people who don't know the mythology. And then, so that's what he's saying. We've designed it specifically to try and get new people to watch it. And the reason you know that's what they're specifically doing is because he follows up by saying, but hopefully really satisfying for people who know the lore. So it's like, we're actually making it this way. Hopefully you people who know Green Lanterns, who they all are and stuff like that, will enjoy it. But we're actually making it and designed it to suit these people. And it's like, that's not your best move. Know your audience. Make it for your audience. If you, it's the old saying, of course, of if you build it, they will come. And this is something we've seen so many franchises forget. They've ignored the fan base. They ignored the people who have made these things so popular and so successful in the past, that they're ignoring them and, oh no, we want new people. And it's like, but new people don't care. Especially then if you're designing it in a way that you're not giving them the actual lore. You're not giving them the characters how they should be and stuff. Whereas you make it what it is and who these people are and stuff for the audience who loves these characters and these types of stories. They're going to watch it. They're going to come. And if they love it, they'll say to their friends, hey, you should check this out with me. You'll probably like it. And that's how you get the normies then into it, because the super nerds, basically, we bring friends and family and stuff to see this stuff, and they'll go, yeah, that was enjoyable. Didn't quite understand some of it, but you're there to explain it. This idea of, oh, we're designing it specifically to be accessible to these people, not you. We hope you like it, but we're really designing it for them. I don't know why you do that. Now, in terms of the suits will be practical, if they're anything like the suits that we're seeing the likes of the Green Lanterns and stuff in Superman, then of course they'll be practical, because they're basically a leather jacket and trousers. It's like, wow, you went all out on that one, James Gunn. As for the actual image in this, again, it's like the most nothing image. This is the other worrying thing, is like, this is your first image and nothing in this image says, oh, this is a comic book superhero show. Nothing. Like, it's the most generic image possible. It's like, wow, it's two dudes wearing normal clothes walking down the street in California. Like, yippee. So it's like, what about this says, get excited, Green Lanterns are coming? It's like, wow, you could have at least had some of the power happening or something. Or it's such a bizarre choice. And this seems to be a big issue lately with James Gunn's DCU, is all the promotional stuff that they're starting to do is horrible. It really is. The very first image he put out for Superman was a terrible choice for Superman. Then that trailer, you're kind of like, oh, it's not terrible. It's not great either, though. You know, and he puts out the first image of Supergirl, and it's Millie Alcock with her back to you sitting on a chair with a logo on it. You're like, that's it. That's your big, like, ooh, look what we got. And now your first look at Lanterns is two guys in casual clothes walking down a street. It's like, wow. Why can they not just go, let's just give people something that makes you go, my God, I need to see this and see more. You see this image, you're like, I couldn't care less. That's an issue. You don't want that. You want people going, I need to see more. You gotta show me more. Not just a generic image of two dudes walking down the road. That's like, yeah, whatever. That could be anything. That could be the next procedural cop show, which basically this probably will be, but You know what I mean? It's just like, there's nothing about this that says, oh, this is a comic book show. People go, if you say so. It's a weird choice. It really is a weird choice. Why does James Gunn keep doing this? I don't know. Get him away from the promotional stuff at this stage. Like, just remove him. James, you go sit over in the corner. Let these people put out real images and stuff, and maybe, just maybe, people will actually be interested. It's a weird one, but there's your image. There's your what apparently they're doing with the show, and it's designed to be a one-off unless they get greenlit. Pardon the pun, I suppose. Hope if the first season is actually successful. We'll have to wait and see. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.